You're tuned into Fireside. Welcome back to Überfest 2024. We've got the fourth match for you here of the day on the stream. 3.5 stars versus NOOBPANZER on Snakewater. I'm number one rocker. And again, welcome back. We've got Jay on the mic and production this time. Clarosa had to step out, but yeah, we got Jay in here. How you doing?
Well, I wouldn't say that Floresa had to step out. I actually just wanted to cast. But no, I'm doing great, number one rocker, and I'm really excited for this match because it is the first time on this stream we are going to be casting an ETF2L Prem versus ETF2L Prem team match because both of these teams in Season 48 are currently playing in the season. I think the only modification to the rosters for both of these teams is I think 3.5 stars have Juxta playing on Scout instead of what I believe is QB. Because QB is not playing here for this LAN. It's actually Nevo and Juxta on Scout. So no QB is definitely hurts. But remember when we were producing that Poland broadcast, it was the Nevo and it was the Juxta and QB combo that led them all the way to the lower bracket finals. So I'm very excited to watch the Frenchies again. But in terms of their opponent, NOOBPANZER, they're one of the top ETF2L Prem teams. I think they're actually first in the division itself. Actually, no, second to Mandom. So it's gonna be a true test to see if they could overcome the top ETF2L team, at least next to Mandom.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've had kind of, okay-ish matches, but I think this is going to be the first real head-to-head proper match that we got here. Like you said, two ETF2L teams here. In Season 48, I can't believe it's been that many seasons, my God. But we are out to the first mid on Snakewater here. GG setting out some nice sticks, some damage being traded here, but nothing too major to go up. Some pressure on the top right for NOOBPANZER. Now taking complete top control. Now the counter bombs come out. Sake on top, but GG walking across. The first kill will be Alien onto Voxtech and Evo answering on to Ryan. So 2 dead already. Ooh, the pill almost connecting on the Scott there, but it'll be 3 dead. GG will go down. So Pickles will be retreating with Scott in hand. Back to lobby. Puck gonna try his best to step in and try to cause some chaos to get the med pick, but nothing doing, cleared away. But both medics do have Uber, so Pickles does at least have that to contend with. But 3.5 stars already pressing into last.
Ooh, and there was that sniper out of the right spawn, gets the headshot on the Nevo and finishes him off with the body shot. And then you have Ryan actually here, trying to set the doorway, might find Alien, who was trying to walk his way out, does live on, I believe, less than 30 HP, so that he'll be counting his lucky stars on that one, and it's kind of suited considering he is on 3.5 stars.
But yeah, no, they had 64, got the small pack, and then jumped out. So I thought he was too low to do the jump out, but no, he just exited the cheese and managed to link up. And yeah, but there we go. No pick on the demo, but the headshot from Gazi onto Sake means that that sniper is still in play. Something to contend with here as the gun is built up on the Banny spot. Euro's using the Banny spot for the gun. Just waiting for the Sake spy to come out, actually. So we do have a counter class, but actually I think Gazi switched off the spy and called that out. So they were expecting it. They knew that that sack wasn't for nothing.
Yeah, and especially when you have that off class being one of the soldiers, you really have the option of either sapping the gun and going for a double sack with Raph here bombing in, but at the cost of, if this doesn't go well, as Sake does bump into the spy. I was going to say, if it doesn't go well, you're probably down both soldiers, but it looks like with the spy spotted, they'll only be down one soldier, that being the spy off class.
And now has to find a moment to get some reprieve here. Tries to go with the sapper just for the timing and dodging around as long as he can, but the sap is down and the bomb comes in. But will it be enough? And yes, actually, it's enough of a distraction to get the force up. So gun is not down, but the Uber is out.
And it was a 4-man at that, Rocker.
Yeah, that's worth it. I mean, you'll take those just to break the stalemate, especially on Snakewater. How many times
two of the
spawns, cats here?
2 of the spawns will be delayed. You're going to be delayed on Raph and Jux, and not even that, even Alien, so they might have to concede this mid. But looking at the positioning and having Gazi down means that NOOBPANZER can't really take that inch and give it a mile and take mid and try to force them to use on mid. Instead, they're going to have to try to hold their bearings on second here. There's a trap on the pipe, assuming that 3.5 stars try to jump in a soldier through pipe, saw onto pipe, try to make some space, but it looks like they're going to take it in through lower. Sake's already in. He's already called how far back NOOBPANZER is. NOOBPANZER have actually put all of their eggs into holding last.
Yeah, no, I think it was good to sort of just break the stalemate there with that 4-man and just get it out of the way. Thought maybe they could get him back on the transition in the second, but not paying off. NOOBPANZER's playing very passive, and GG getting that sticky trap onto Sake, so down one already, but even Uber's once again, so basically just deja vu all over again.
But right now, because they took so long to take second, because you know you have to bomb in, you have to query, look for traps, fade in, hope that maybe Panzer weren't going to throw a counter sack in. Because they took so long to take second, and because Sake had died when they were trying to take space top left, try to walk it in towards the spawn door before milking it, and then using a cross point, NOOBPANZER already came up on the Uber, so what could have been a mid into a last point conversion has now turned into a stalemate situation where they have to stack in the Frenchies.
Yeah, exactly. We're at the same page as we were before. Maybe a bit of a different approach here since we do have both soldiers will take the gun from lower, so already off to a great foot. No other sacks going into the time. Well, there we go. Just as soon as I say that, puck takes down Sake as it tries to come in through the lower, so they'll have to back out once again and rethink their strategy. Might come up on Spy again, so we'll see if Gazi does go and try to Spy check again. But yeah, no, I think we're going to see these teams content to just hold on last and burn as much clock as they can, because Snakewater is notorious for the stalemates, and you know, small mistakes can be punished in a large way, and giving up a point here because of that could be huge. Might even see this go to like 2-0 if that.
Yeah, cookie cutter classes are out for the offensive side, and they're just going to take lower here. Obviously, one of the best ways to destroy the gun is to have some coordinated spam with both soldiers double lower and maybe the Demoman being able to spam and stick them off. But it doesn't look like they're able to get in lower cleanly because it's a contest of spam between rockets on both sides, and they're coming out worse for wear on the French side.
Yeah, no, they had success on that last try, but they're keen to it now. Puck peeking a little bit deeper here. The fight had dropped down from Raph and Ryan actually. Gazi getting off the snipe there last second, but not able to hit the flick headshot. That shutters open up. You got to stop opening that up, Evo, but thankfully his medic was not behind him. Demo peeking in deep now. Just everybody's having a go at the combo here. You can't just rest for free in lobby here, it seems.
Now they're going to set their sights here towards the shutter area of the French side, as we have Gazi peeking in through far right lobby towards the bucket side, and actually might find a scout here. No, just Jiggle peeking is that scout, and they won't be able to find anything for Gazi. But Ryan has spotted off all of these players towards the left side, and there's a soldier into the shutter that was propelled by a rocket, and Ravin's going clean onto Piggles, but Piggles doesn't even take a single point of damage.
No, the soldiers traded off getting shot at by the gun, and Box Tech picked one out of the air with this crit, and the gun finished off the other one, so Engineer taking out both the soldiers on the sack. Very unfortunate. And yeah, 3.5 stars kind of just beating their head against the wall here, trying to get on this last hold. Very successful from NOOBPANZER.
And we're coming up on like 2 minutes left on the round timer, so...
Oh, yeah.
That being said, maybe you have like 3 good sacks in you, but with how long it's been taking for the French to get into lobby, and not even that, they've been taking so much damage, so there's more time wasted having to heal up. We're just going to probably see a round reset, and that's pretty notorious of Snakewater as a whole, this last stalemate. It's one of the hardest holds to break, as a matter of fact. But Patchouli, oh my goodness! Where did he catch all that damage? He's down to 58. Had to grab the mini pack, but it was a close call. It's a close call.
Yeah, I think they were walking in through lower and he just ate those rockets. But yeah, I think I would like to see them try to break the stalemate just to get something out of the way. Maybe they lose it, maybe they don't, but just to get some movement going. Here we go. Double sack through the shutter, and the gun again just destroying. But Rap actually has a fair bit of health. Trying to get the sink in. Let's run on top of the medic. Oh my goodness, that could have gone the other way, but Pickles holding on to that Uber. Very good discipline.
No
that could have been very scary.
No projectiles here. And they could take second, but if they want to, but I think you want to be more content with the round reset, because you have the chance of going coast to coast with a good mid wipe, and Panzer are definitely going to play that into the next round, it seems, because they're just content with sitting on last.
Well, they could have also shoved as well, and they would have had 3 projectiles jumping in to stop the point, so I mean, it probably wouldn't have been a good gamble. Just, yeah, better to let that round reset take hold than potentially get caught by a chariot scout Uber flank shove, you know?
Oh, it's going to be a lower exchange here, Rocker.
Yeah, indeed, and ready to meet it though, but Puck and Pickles get some nice body blocks on the demo. Oh no, just so fat, decides, screw it, I'll jump around. Actually gonna fade back into the action here. Oh man. And yeah, just tried to salvage that, but Soldier's shutting that one down. So down to Demo and a Soldier for 3.5 stars at 30 seconds come off. Not the greatest exchange here, but Ubers are out of the way, and I think we will see a round reset. Just content to burn the first 8 minutes off the clock, trying to just figure out this last push, and just nothing coming.
It was really weird that, I mean, as we're going to be seeing, like, maybe just a dry exchange here, but 3.5 stars have to be aware of the fact that if they do wipe, somebody from NOOBPANZER could start the second cap, so we'll just see what happens here.
Right.
As Heavy's on point, they're trying to stuff through right shutter here. You got a Soldier making space, trying to land towards lower, does go down, is only able to get 1 rocket off, but like I said, I was really surprised, Rocker, that you know, that first sack, and it was the only sack that worked, was when they did the 4-man with the spy sapping the gun. Yet they never opted to go for that spy sap and then sack in 3 or 2 or 1 off of that. Yet again, they kept going for the cookie cutter sacks, and it just never worked out. So to see them burn some time off only to end up not getting what they wanted, which was the round itself, is pretty confusing to me, but who knows.
Well, it's like I said, rather than burn the clock and, you know, waste a round reset than, you know, risk a coast to coast. And yeah, I agree with you. They should have done more to get the 4-man just to break that stalemate any way they can. Maybe they lose it and they, you know, they get pushed back on a second, but they can regress with the Uber and so on and so forth. But either way, we're on to the technically second mid here, and yet again, 3.5 stars, just kind of waiting for the aggression to come across. Some good spam coming out, but nothing much else. Here comes Puck, getting denied by the Scott. They're very nice from Neva to land the body shot, the meat shot. Now Box Tech and Juxta taking a 1v1 there, going to come out on the lower side of that. So 2 picks, 3 picks for NOOBPANZER on a 3.5 stars, and they have to get the hell out of dodge. And here comes the soldier on top of Saw, taking out Taka. That's Ryan. It could be Puck taking the aggression out to Alien, and Patchouli to escape, but no, they're safe out to last with Uber in hand. So very nicely done to get through. But actually, here comes the soldier, penciling through, getting bopped up by the stickies, and oh no, sold out by his demo. Has to pop off that Uber. Patchouli, before taking any damage, just doesn't want to risk anything else coming in. So that's going to be a used Uber for 3.5 stars and complete free reign for NOOBPANZER to do what they will as they get the second capped off.
And Puck, or also formerly known as Hugo, I guess that's the new alias. Really good job there on the sack to, you know, block out the spawn door and put that mental pressure on the Patchouli, wondering, you know, if this soldier is right in front of me in the spawn door, if I don't hit that resub button, I might just drop. So just feels the need to use. And off of that, there is full Uber ad here for NOOBPANZER side. There is Juxta forward on right, on the bucket door, which makes him a bit susceptible to the Uber, but goes back to the resub. Uber is in through the right shutter here, and we have GG locking off the right spawn door, so there's only one soldier that can really go for the point, and that soldier Raph does go down, meaning that there is point time that there is to be played, but instead they're going for the frags NOOBPANZER, and they might just pay the price, because now they're down to only 2 players left. It's just a soldier who's going to get caught, and it's just Pickles running for the hills back to the spawn doors. You wonder there, with all... Because with GG blocking off the right spawn door, blocking off the heavy, blocking off the soldier, and the 6 being seemingly cleared on point, and Raph dying, they had all the conditions to play the cap, but they never pressured it.
Yeah, no, very peculiar play coming from that one. And Raph bumped his head on the overhang there, trying to jump off the point. Thought it might have come into play there, but I guess not. Patchouli's actually cut off.
No!
In kitchen, and he dropped to the body shot. Nobody linked up with him, and so he just stutter stepped in front of the door, and the forward spawn sniper gets the drop onto Patchouli. Complete miscommunication there has to be. And it's the 13th second spawn timer. They get the mid, but not much else, as surely NOOBPANZER is going to come and barrel through on mid.
They got full Uber to boot. They did lose Voxy to a trap, I believe. But that's all fine and dandy as long as Pickles does not use the Uber. And they managed to take mid successfully. And because of the long spawn timer Patchouli, they can take their time clearing second and walking it into last. They still have full Uber, essentially.
Yeah, they have at least 30 seconds to work with here. Big bomb in from Puck to clear the way on top of Bats. Juxta taking the fight on the bridge. Ryan's going to meet Saki and Cheese. Good crater, though. No, it does take him out without trading out. So very nice. They have a man down already in about 16 seconds left of Uber advantage. If they get going, they need to cap this point, though. They're already looking raring to go. They have a sniper looking at him from Shutter in the form of Nevo. Gets the demo.
No.
First time of asking. Very nicely done. So tit for tat snipers destroying the push on both sides here. But they still have Uber in hand, but Patchouli does have his in the end, so very nice to delay and draw it out and make it even Ubers yet again.
What was really holding them back was Voxy was still coming from the second forwards because of his death to the sticky trap on that mid fight, and because of that, GG kind of felt a bit overzealous trying to peek, trying to see if there was a gun, because with the dwindling time that they had to work on that workable Uber advantage, they really had to spot early, and someone had to pay the price for it, I guess, to the Nevo sniper, and that was GG.
Well, yeah, GG to GG, I guess, right? Nevo coming in clutch. I know, sue me, right? But no, NOOBPANZER is in lobby, getting ready to go in for the sack, passing out the buffs. It's Pickles, looking good while doing it. Snazzy dress for that, man. But I can't see his hat anyway, so what does it matter? But here we go, Ryan coming in after the distraction from the demo with the whoa.
They have a base jumper. It's unbanned. It's a recent weapon whitelist unbanned, and you see it coming into play there, Rocker.
I was so surprised. I didn't know what the name of it was. I was just shook. I didn't expect to see the demo parachuting in and just lobbing sticks like a bomber. Holy cow. Well, it worked to get the forest up, but now they're down all their projectiles, but they're going to Chariot Scout in with it. And will they get the demo? Surely dropping down lower. No, they just ignore him. But Voxtech will go with that last bit of Gibber to get through the door, but decides to retreat back. The 2v1 is not worth it. And both scouts retreat to their medic on the second as the projectiles come in off the spawns. Good Uber exchange, I guess, for NOOBPANZER. Now they can just walk in free with the man advantage. 7 seconds left to go for Raph. And here we go, the fight coming in. Alien does go down, but Devo answers back onto Puck. But here we go with the cap going down on in the meantime with Gazi. Ryan jumping on top of the medic, and now the scout left alone with the death of his medic is going to see the rest of NOOBPANZER filtering on top of the point, and it's a party all over that thing. 1-0, 1 point for NOOBPANZER with 16 minutes to go.
Getting through that left doorway in front of the demo and Alien was really hard for NOOBPANZER, you would have thought at least, but Puck with a good skip jump draws the demo's attention into the waiting arms of, I believe that was Voxy, and that just really opened the floodgates for the NOOBPANZER side to walk in and just play off that demo pick, because not only do you kill the demo who is denying the doorway for you, you deny any potential for the sticks to kill you on point, so after that the cookie just crumbled.
Yeah, I think we ran into a situation like that on one of the recent casts that we did where the demo was holding way too close and you could just guarantee that he won't have stickies on the point because he just dead on himself at the door, so you could just filter in on the other sides, and that's pretty much exactly what happened. So a good first point for NOOBPANZER. Rolling out to the technically third mid now, much of the same, you know, feeling each other out. It's snake water, you know how it goes. Here comes the bomber from Puck yet again. Not getting denied quite as hard, landing some nice damage on Asaki, but an arrow will see him through. But actually Ryan's managed to sneak through behind in the meantime as Voxtech gets Nevo as he tries to deny Ryan, so he's got all eyes looking at him, but Puck in the meantime sneaks through and gets Patchouli instead, so a nice distraction play. So he's 3 dead for 3.5 stars, and now make that forward. Sake going down. Now it's just Raph and Alien left alive, with Ryan still causing havoc in the backlines. But here comes Raph trying his own havoc, landing on top of Pickles, but not a single point of damage landed on him, and it's just Gigi, the only one to go down for NOOBPANZER.
Just a decisive mid, the double bomb alley-oop. One soldier bombs in, you have the other one follow up a second little later off of the distraction. That was Ryan bombing in first and lower, then Puck coming in high off of Catwalk. Just an amazing coordination, and then the turtle up from the rest of the players after getting that medic pick essentially gave NOOBPANZER the mid for free. Just some good team coordination from everybody involved.
Oh, absolutely. That was textbook right there. Everybody was drawing eyes in the perfect way, and yeah, it's as simple as that. You saw it right there, but Patchouli is only at 40% Uber as the Uber comes in through lower with the demo scout taking out the gun instantly. The rest of the flank will filter in now as the Uber fades, and the rest of blue is in a very good kiting position, but here comes Puck off the top rope. Ryan falling close behind, went to pressure on those spawn doors as the cap goes down with the scouts, and the fight is all distracted, but actually managing to hold on with 3 picks just like that. Only down a soldier scout for 3.5 stars, and they're going to take that as the rest of the combo just retreats out of lower into grass. NOOBPANZER.
Oh, look at Voxy though, trying to shove through lower. They know that he's going for the back cap, and he's only 43 HP, so it's going to be a back cap fight here. Raph versus Voxy, 43 HP versus 130. Obviously, Voxy, regardless of range, I think, unless it's like a splash at a very long distant range, at the max range, then the damage fall off would be only like 35, I believe. So Voxy has to be really clean with the movement here, but I don't think it really matters because look at the cap time on second. It's already 95% of the way through. So this back cap is essentially just a way to draw players back so that Pickles can get back out.
And I seem to have lost connection to the server. Can you hear me still?
No, I think this is a pause. This is just a pause.
Oh. Okay, I thought something died on my end. I missed all of that then because I was retrying. But from what we've seen so far, I'm pretty impressed with both teams. I think this is like the actually closest match we've seen today, you know, and I'm all here for it. NOOBPANZER up 1-0. I can't really think of what the teams need to do better on either side, really, because it just seems like the last pushes are what's holding them up. Both teams seem to take the aggression when they're supposed to. They look like proper Prem teams, you know. Being a little bit redundant there, but yeah, I don't know. What do you make of it so far?
I don't really think it's more so like an overall macro issue. I think it's just more so it just comes down to the mid fights, because when you think about it, NOOBPANZER have won, I believe, both of the mid fights so far, or 3 of the mid fights, because we did have that round reset. So for 4, or actually no, 3.5 stars did win that first mid fight. So I think really the only thing that is going against 3.5 stars is just like the basics of, like, you know, the one time that they did lose that one round, it was because they snowballed off of a sniper drop in the forward. So it's really just the basic protocols of TF2. Like, you have Uber ad, you wipe the team on last, or you wipe the team in a scenario and you're pushing into into a area where there's potential forwards in the forward spawn. You just have to be very diligent about your soldiers clearing that out. So.
Well, what's more is that nobody was with Patchouli. He was just completely by himself in kitchen, and he just dawdled in the doorway waiting for somebody to get up to him, like right in the sniper sightline. So yeah, I guess that is a a micro instance, but a very big micro instance of something that needs to be corralled in here. As we do go live off the unpaused 3.5 stars, pushing through Saw in the meantime, while NOOBPANZER waiting to receive them back by their Saw. And now basically a mid-fight, even Uber's on the point though, so in play, but Alien gets dropped as Gazzy just runs across, and a nice arrow keeps him alive as well, as Patchouli finally pulls the ripcord on that Uber, and NOOBPANZER will, again, waiting to receive them and just gonna wait for that Uber to fade away. They
still got Voxy behind too.
Left, and Voxy is behind. Unbelievable. I don't know how he's still alive. The soldier just sort of gave up, I guess.
Well, off of that player being behind, look at all these players funneling back in the lobby just to go deal with a single guy who has already escaped through the cracks in lower. So they're just gonna find this soldier caught out here on bats. That was
sick arrow. Yeah, Pickles with some sick arrows here in the last minute or so, getting his team up to health, ready for this push instantly. Patchouli only at 60. There's no time. Taking his team through Shutter is VoxTech with the demo in tow, gonna cross over to the left. Good standard Uber so far, getting the first kill onto Juxta Gazzy. Now, as the Uber fades off, they'll get that cap time, and it's just completely free. No sticks on the point, and a very quick second round off a little reversal there with the player behind VoxTech, 2-0. Very nice.
So you already have 2 rounds with 12 minutes left to boot, and I think with the pace of this game, unless 3.5 stars have this next mid decisively in their favor with keeping Patchouli alive, with the trend that Snakewater last tend to have, this could already be a game that may be settled after that round. But obviously, it's only a matter of time after this mid that my foreseen hypothesis will come to a verified conclusion, so we'll see.
Right. It is quite literally a matter of time, because after the next 12 minutes, that will be all she wrote. We are on your rules after all. 30 minutes is all you get. So parking the bus is definitely a viable strategy for NOOBPANZER, but Pickles taking a lot of damage even after collecting the pack, so he's in a little bit of danger here of getting bombed, especially with these stickies coming in huge from Alien. We're finally getting pressured back by the scouts. Ryan gets the first kill onto Sake, and then GG does finish off on an Alien, so demo and demo, and then also onto Raph, and then Gazzy with Nevo, so 4 dead. Patchouli has to get the hell out of Dodge with Juxta. 80% Uber has to keep that Uber alive to keep this round alive for his team and prevent further calamity. But yeah, NOOBPANZER once again winning that mid and keeping the pressure going. Panzer keeping on. Puck from the left, answering over to the right, trying to get the bomb onto Patchouli as it comes out of the right, but does not enter or not exit fully, so he's still inside of the spawn. Surfs back, but the pressure is there. And Gazzy does pay for a little bit of overextension. Raph picking up one Nevo onto GG, so no demo, but Puck answering back onto Raph, but a demo pick is certainly something to work with even Ubers here.
Here we go. Nevo is in here through bridge. They're calling for the exchange off of the 2 picks that they have in their favor. Obviously, Raph will be a bit later to spawn, but oh no, getting that pick on the best. Nevo killing Puck there should actually open the floodgates here to fight into second. You have a soldier fading onto logs there. That was Sake. And now they have a soldier bombing on the bats, but Ryan is very low. Gonna have to meet the soldier here, living, but actually bringing a lot of players back. But that shouldn't stop the 3.5 stars aggression. They land onto the scout on logs there, and that's their point to take. Number 1 Rocker.
Yeah, no, I really like the way that they handled that Uber exchange, because they clearly meant to do that. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, let's do it, because everybody just filtered through the doorways. They had the soldier lower, they had the demo holding bridge with the sticky, so he tried to get charged at, but he just denied him because he threatened him with the skybox. So it was just wonderfully handled, and then the recollapse afterwards is just textbook stuff. I think they needed that pause to really get their bearings here, because they're looking good on the re-aggression on mid already. Coming up is Ryan trying to put some pressure up, but gets denied instantly. Alien putting out some nice sticks and pipes along the left lane here. VoxTech waiting for an arrow, does get the arrow from Pickles. Nevo up top waiting for the jumpers to come in and deny them. Puck will come up and try such a thing, and now here comes Sake now jumping up and actually messing up the shunk, and it's basically a mid-fight here, just under 10 minutes to go. Uber in the hand of both medics. Raph will get the first kill onto Gazzy, but answering back is VoxTech onto him, but Sake gonna get the kill onto Ryan, but down both soldiers. Pickles in danger of getting forced, and he does indeed, so that will be a loss fight for NOOBPANZER. Very well, losing both soldiers to that, but that's a worthwhile trade to keep Patchouli still up and healthy with his Uber. So yeah, really looking good. Rebounding his 3.5 stars, tearing it through Saw now.
And definitely some indecisiveness on how they want to take that exchange, because Voxy was calling for it, but Pickles was on the backup there. But it was more so the fact that Pickles was 26 HP, that he was trying to avoid taking enough scatter spam to essentially drop. So because of that hesitation, they're now back on their last with this at NOOBPANZER, and now with 3.5 stars barreling in through lower here to top right, the soldier's going to spot them off. This is going to be a shutter Uber here for the Frenchies.
Well, they have the sniper looking right at, but a good pop prevents any calamity from being headshot with the drop player, the unubered player. But Raph on top of the point, not going to be jumping around, going to try to end this Uber on the point, but Soldier's there putting out the damage, but being punished for it. Sake with the rocket not going to jump out, get pelted by the heavy. Will he escape the shutter? Yes, but just barely. Poor health for 3.5 stars, but they live to fight another day, but another failed last push for them.
Here we go. Off of this successful last defense, they're going to try to push their way out of bats here, leading on GG. And there's a scout going through bridge. They're actually going to use straight off, and GG going to trap off Patchouli and lower here, but needs somebody else to finish it off. Voxy was busy with a soldier in the backlines, causing the distraction and the disconnect between the combo in the Uber. And Patchouli is going to be counting his lucky stars that he lived through that whole entire ordeal. And because of that, the Uber situation is now in favor of the French.
Yeah, it's about a 40% advantage too, so nothing to sneeze at, as I always like to say. Looks like they're going to take the early aggression, try to clear space through Saw, and just sort of walk it in here. On bridge and cheese, Ryan is going to be the one in cheese, shooting down Nevo, calling out the early aggression, but yeah, NOOBPANZER doesn't want none of that smoke, and they're going to back out and just give enough time to maybe secure the rest of this Uber out as Patchouli comes up on his, and it is now only a 30% advantage. What's up?
Oh, there was a lower trap there that GG could have killed somebody with, but wait, no, Alien was propelled into the sky by that Uber, and because of that, wasn't able to get flash and gets dropped in the Uber, but they have 3 picks now with Juxta killing GG, but now with the Uber popped up by NOOBPANZER, it's only a matter of time before the 3.5 stars heal back up and re-enter in through top left. They're onto the heavy, Juxta straight for the point here with more than half of the cap gone through. Nevo shooting the heavy in the back, and that's going to be the first round for the French.
Well, they finally find success after a long attempt to get their first round on the board, and nobody died in that last push on 3.5 stars, so making it look easy on that one after so much time spent. But yeah, 2-1, keeping them honest. 3.5 stars are definitely in this with under 7 minutes to go, but they got to put the pedal to the metal and start accelerating a bit here.
And you gotta really think about it, because it was just like a string of mistakes that really costed NOOBPANZER that round. First off, you know, they could have killed Patchouli, but then, you know, Voxy got too enamored with the soldier bombing behind, and then in that last push just dropping all of your projectiles, the ones that can deny point, it just really didn't work out in their favor in the end.
Yeah, absolutely, and projectiles do win on this last in particular. Gassy gonna get Juxta traded out though by Nevo, and a 2 for 2, but actually no, Patchouli is one of those dead, and poor health from 3.5 stars, so not looking great, but they do get NOOBPANZER to retreat in the meantime, and a nice pill from Alien. It's going to take out Puck, but it is a trade. So down both soldiers, and it looks like they're going to try the gank as they come in with a re-aggression from NOOBPANZER. Going to be coming through Saw here, but everybody is towards lower. Raph certainly is. The peek out from VoxTech. Yeah,
just clearing everything, and they've spotted out the only soldier that could have been forward. They actually spot both soldiers now towards the hut. So now that there's no surprise bomb to worry about, everything's in front of NOOBPANZER, and they can just take this midpoint for free. And with 5 minutes left here, you really can't afford to be stuck on your last here if you're 3.5 stars.
No, certainly not. Like I said, they got to start accelerating and really showing who's in charge of this match. Pickles coming through with company through Saw with full Uber advantage. Patchouli only at 70 now. Just trying to buy time as always and get back on last. They got to bite the bullet here, maybe just waste this round and hope for a perfect mid, or just try to break through at some point, because yeah, the time does not add up here.
Well, now with 5 minutes left, the Ubers are now going to even out. And with the round timer as it is, you're in one of the most precarious situations to be in, because you won for 3.5 stars. They can't afford to let the round timer run out, because it's at a minimum, I think, like 1 minute and 18 to win a round, as Ryan was going in for that sack. Yeah. So you have to go for the spy play on Sake right now, and hopefully it works out, because they need a miracle right now if they want to at least end this game on a tie.
Oh, it's going to be the timing, though. He turns around, almost gets the face step, pulls out the melee. It's a melee medic duel. Oh my god, he did not fear that smoke, but yeah, Pickles, he's got the heart. Didn't want to go down without a fight, and that's 3 picks on the 3.5 star side, and that might be all she wrote here if this Uber push goes to success for NOOBPANZER. It certainly should, statistically speaking. Patchouli in a bad spot, has to pop Uber on the point for no reason after taking some spam from the shack there with Puck as the spawners come in, but I don't think it'll be enough. Alien goes down a nice low ground direct.
Wait, they're all grouped up here towards the lower area, though, and they just all take the same amount of damage on the NOOBPANZER side. And what should have been a really good point, because what should have been a really good round, because what the French wanted to do was, I think they were calling for that Uber because they wanted to meet them at the choke point, the NOOBPANZER players, but Gazi at the same time was also getting that 90% cap time, so the Uber was pretty much essentially botched, but it bought enough time for all the respawns to come in, and despite the way better Uber from NOOBPANZER. They just somehow beefed the opportunity of a lifetime, I'd say.
Yeah, no, that was definitely the one that could have put this one in the books.
Ew!
But be that as it may, Ryan has something to say. Nevo's not going to get through for free, so that's a pocket scout down, and that's going to shut down the efforts of 3.5 stars for the meantime. But they are on their second, so that is something. They're not on their last. And here comes the jump into the off timing from Ryan, but gets shut down immediately. Nice scatterguns from Jux to deny him. And his soldiers throwing in some rockets to make him scared, you know. Anti-aircraft fire is anti-aircraft fire. But yeah, Raph getting a little bit of business. The screws put to him in Saw here. Has to back up and take some healing from the medic, and this is an awkward position. They want to bust through with the super, but it is even Uber. So here we go with the exchange, and they're going to try again the same thing. Hold these doorways and get people trying to flood in and shove, and leading his medic way across the point, and now it might be the point of no return here as Uber's fade. Alien getting into the mix here, and here comes the soldiers trying to clear the way. Puck trying to get out, but Boxtech has got his back, and Gazzy taken out, but Shuli, so that's a medic dead. All they got to do is keep Pickles alive. 2 minutes and 50 left, and yeah, as the frags coming in, it doesn't matter. As long as they keep Pickles alive, the hope is alive for NOOBPANZER, and 3.5 stars have nothing really to work with, but yeah, they're going to have to retreat now as the spawns come in 2.5 minutes.
That might be all she wrote for the game.
Yeah,
Unless they get too overzealous on the side of NOOBPANZER and they push into second and somehow lose Pickles, but you can afford to just waste the clock here, but I think you want to, you know, put them on their last, the Frenchmen, and then just burn the clock out from there. But they're going to go all aggressive here on the French side.
They're going to try their best. They spot everybody coming through lower and trying to meet them and just stuff them in the doorways. They do get Ryan coming through windows, so that's a certain consolation. But Pickle's still sitting on his Uber, and they could get collapsed on. I think that's what they're waiting for, to try to kite back with the scout speed. And they do manage to find aliens, so that's double dead, but the pick on Nagazi means 2 dead, and it's a longer spawn timer for the scout here, and they're taking the fight through Saw. Lots of good damage, waiting for somebody to go out through Cat, and here comes Sake, but the stickies are awaiting him. It does not get synced on. Wrath has one at his feet now, but they do have good positioning, 3.5 stars, and they could continue to push through, but they're only a minute and 50. They gotta go. They got to go. They can't allow them to be stuffed up anymore, and GG is doing just that with the stickies taking out Wrath.
GG getting that pick allows him to get more aggressive, and that pipe onto Nevo stops the spearhead of the push from going any more closer to the point. And with time burning here and a soldier drawing their eyes on Ryan will die, and there will be a soldier traded off in return in kitchen there. I think that's Raph going down. They will take mid the Frenchmen, but there's still enough time here to work with, but it's going to be up to this fight here in a second, and it's going to be an Uber exchange at that.
Yeah, it's going to be down to the wire in an Uber exchange. You really don't want to roll those dice, but if they get in with enough time, you know, maybe 30 seconds they could try to dry push it, but they're getting stuffed at every opportunity. NOOBPANZER is doing their absolute damnedest. They might even try to just pop through, but no, they managed to find the space in and go for the exchange onto the demo. The late pop, much better Uber for NOOBPANZER, and they got to retreat 50 seconds. They got to get in now if they want to get in this post-fight Uber. Here we go. This is for all the marbles. Alien laying out some good stick. It's the first kill from Juxta on to Gazzy. Here comes the bomber from the soldier. The demo does go down, so these are some good picks. All they got to do is just collect themselves and go with the last 40 seconds. They have to slow down. The puck is in, causing chaos, gets the kill on Juxta, and that might be just enough. Gonna get the packets off, but they've got to go. Man behind, basically 3 dead, but the spawns could come up just in time. Here comes the scout, actually gonna be coming up on heavy. That's Gazzy, and coming in through lower. This is it right here, 20 seconds, getting melted. 3.5 stars, just getting chipped down to size, and 3 picks. It's just unrecoverable. One of them on the respawn, so yeah, not enough pressure. 13 seconds, unlucky 13. Alien trying his best to draw some eyes for Sake, but just getting absolutely screwed by Boxtech, and Panzer gonna get 2 in quick succession. Gazzy, and then Ryan 3 in 1 second, and that's GG. 2-1, your final score. NOOBPANZER on top.
Man, if they spotted that soldier, I think that was Puck on the fence there on, I think the entire outcome of that round changes, because that second of delay on the cap, actually a few seconds of delay at that, actually allowed Gazzy to get back on the heavy, and then it allowed NOOBPANZER to regain a foothold on the last hold in the first place and get that extra spawn in Gazzy. So had that not happened, you would have had one Ryan dead and not Nevo dead, I think it was, who was on the cap, and then you would have had a very significant advantage in terms of catching off NOOBPANZER in that last push, and also in the numbers advantage. So just that one, that it's just the pressure of the time getting to them and not being able to account for that soldier that was hiding behind the fence there that wasn't cleared, that really costed them. And that's the thing with this config. You don't have the continuous overtime rule set like you do in North America. So with that, the pressure of time is of the essence for all these teams, and you can see how it can just cause you to make costly mistakes in the game itself.
Yeah, no, clock management, it's not completely non-existent, but it's a lot more intensive and involved in the old sort of 30-minute, and that's all you get config. You know, you can sort of afford to allow things to go to bed anytime. It's a different type of clock management, like I say, but this is just balls to the wall, just hardcore. You get it done in 30 minutes or you don't. So yeah, very good time management from New Panzer, 3.5 stars. They had some opportunities, but just a lot of them did not convert. And yeah, the pressure from New Panzer just preventing any flooding, just doing so well to just keep them pinned back and pinned back for the last 3 minutes. Very good effort from them, but hard fought on both sides all the same.
And with that, I think we're gonna go get ready to cast the round 5 matches. Obviously, they will start in just a few minutes, but with that, we're gonna go straight to a break. We'll see you in just a bit. Peace.